Hey everyone, it's Max from the Signal Bar Method. Wanted to do a quick video on XRP and Bitcoin and maybe touch on the dollar really quick. A lot of people are coming at me for whatever reason, or they're just worried, they're scared, they think it's all over for XRP. And I just think that's not the case. Like you see the symmetrical, right? The lime green symmetrical. And we closed above it, and look at where we closed. We closed right above the trend line. We actually gapped down at the open somehow, and gapped down, opened right at the trend line, and we're trying to hold it. So some people are getting like frisky and stuff, and it's like, bro, if you think you're right, why don't you take a short and let us know where your stop loss is at, and let's see how you do right now, because I think the odds are stacked against you at this point. I think we're going higher still, and I think March is going to be explosive, not just for XRP, but there's a handful of other cryptos that look great out there. And we will typically see moves like this with XRP where you break out of a pattern, or you're about to break out of a pattern, or an area level where you're going to trigger stops. You get a red reversal bar, and then you get some green candles. The moving averages catch up a little bit, and then they send it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that right here. Get a green, maybe pull back a little bit, get a hammer, and then send, or set up here in this area. Maybe pull back a little bit into our moving averages here, but then send higher. The fact that they just did this wick today, I mean, dude, it's beyond suspect, and that's why I've been saying, if anyone knows how to see where this money is coming from, it's crypto, right? Can't you follow the wallets? Can't you see where the money is being moved, who's selling, who's buying? Can't you see it? I thought that was the whole point of crypto, isn't it? You can see what's happening. It's transparent, right? I thought that was the whole big deal, right? Can we see where the wallets are, who's doing what, the big money, the big chunks at least? Can we see the big chunks at least? That's what I'd like to know, because when you zoom in on XRP, that ain't normal shit. Like, somebody came in with a lot of power and sold the shit out of this thing. Pushed it down on purpose. You know why they did that, right? Because we broke out of this symmetrical, and I'm publicly talking about how we got a good daily spring, we get it's basically a spring candle, hammer here, and we pop. We get the good daily, we pop. But for them to just blast this thing down off of a green bar, clear stops here and here, they knew what they were doing. 100% knew what they were doing. So that's why I've been asking you guys, if somebody knows how to see the wallets that are selling big chunks at a specific moment where we get a big wick, exactly like today, please let me know. I know the time is probably past for that, unless you can see historical time and sales of big chunks sold. I'd love to see it. What are those wallets? And now we know that they're probably long. When are those wallets going to start unloading? So that's what I would be watching. That's one way I could use it, right? But just to see who is this, or where are these wallets? Because they knew. They had to have known. So, but typically we see this type of crap all the time. I mean, here we were breaking out, and red reversal bar, green, red reversal bar, explode. And then because we popped off the red, you get this aggressive pullback, and pop off a red, problem, pull back, green, okay, drop, pop, and same thing here, red reversal, drop down, hammer, go. Let's see if we can find another one at a nice big up leg whenever it happened. Pop off a red, problem, pull back, red, problem, green, there you go. Pull back, green, good to go. There's a red reversal. There's your green. There's your explosive move. Let's see if we can find another one. Oh, guess what? A red reversal, green, pop. What a surprise. Weird. Who would have known? Oh, look, a red hanging man. Oh, look, an inside green. Oh, look, a big move. Weird. Who would have known? God, I'm so fucking, dude. I deserve better, man. I deserve better. I call people out for a reason because I see a lot of trash in this space. Wasn't easy learning all this. And a lot of this, beyond the education and the mentorship and the basic technical analysis stuff, like I learned on my own from recognizing what is what. Nobody else teaches this stuff. I haven't seen it. Trading bar by bar, 5-minute perspective or whatever, the book is pretty good for reading price action. But when you really start to get into it like I did, and I started to like go deeper with reading price action, I learned what I did. Like it's like I could write my own book, man. That's why I created the course. It's fucking priceless, dude. I did that to help people. Barely make shit on that. Barely make anything when I sell that course. Now I'm permanently raising the price to 50. I'm not doing Udemy's little promotional 70% off. Like I make nothing. I make like $5 or less. It's ridiculous. They keep a big chunk. So, surprise, surprise, red reversal, setup, beautiful setup in here, huge explosion. Look at this wick. And that was because we popped off a red monthly here, but, and this was the second move, right? That was the first move. What am I looking for here that I was thinking about? Oh, this wick. There's some kind of crazier wicks right before they launched it, but look at that wick. What else goes back that far? Does this data go back that far? No, it doesn't, because Binance is shit. I don't know what else does. I think Bitfinex maybe does. No, it has a second pop, but anyways, guys, oh, this does. So Binance on the USD pair doesn't even show it back here. What about this? What the hell? Was that real? Did they clear stops there? I don't know. I don't even care. But anyways, you guys got the picture. So don't be surprised if we, sorry, that's a litter box in the back. Don't be surprised if, we play around in this area, whether it just takes one green day and then we go, or, a little bit of a pullback setup and then go. Don't be surprised if that happens. You know what I mean? Like, don't be surprised if that happens. And with XRP, they could be even more ridiculous. Like, they get some wick down here and then go. Like, who knows, But this is why I was saying, if you can see the wallets that are doing it, I'd love to see it. Who's selling the big chunks to push it down like that? Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. If anybody knows how to see it. Did I go over total 3? Total 3 reached target today. Kind of think we're going to end up squeezing through this. Could be a big squeeze moment. Total 2 is already doing it. Made target on this potential rising wedge. Squeezed through there. Shorts getting squeezed. You see it in Ethereum. Shorts are getting squeezed. Kind of getting extended though. Bitcoin made target today. Talked about how these 2 channel trend lines are very important. We made the top one today. In 3 days from breaking out from this potential bull pennant or bull flag that I've been talking about for days now. Called it like right here that we're heading to 64, 65. Guess what happened? We did it in 3 freaking days. Wow. And I told you guys, if we get through this trend line, it is going to squeeze. Shorts are already trapped. And now look at the monthly. Look at this freak mode monthly candle. Told you, once this was an inverted red hammer for most of the month. Close green. And just like I said, all right, we'll close green. It's got a chance of just continuing higher. And sure enough. And look, now March is going to open up. And what? You think it's just going to come crashing back down now that shorts are reeling? Like, I don't think so, dude. Probably a little bit of a pullback. And then if we squeeze through this trend line, it's going to hurt them. And then you're going to break the all-time high and they're going to be freaking out. They're not going to have a choice. So, ultimately we're probably going to head up here to this longer-term trend line. Looks like 150K, ladies and gentlemen, plus as we go higher. Total shows it even better. Upward channel, we're just heading higher, we're headed up here. XRP, BTC, coming into that long-term trend line. We've got one here. I've also got one kind of just connecting the lows the best I can going back. I know it's not an exact trend line, this thinner one here. But this one, I mean, it's just a little bit of an overshoot. We have this trend line coming down here. They connect right here. I'm kind of thinking that'll be our magic area. We could wick a little bit lower to this trend line, but I think that's going to be the area that Bitcoin finally, XRP finally, and if you see, March is going to open up, maybe come in a bit here and finally take the reins from Bitcoin. And you can see how fast it can get up in value compared to Bitcoin. Once it tags this trend line, it can be very aggressive. So we're really close. So it could happen now if it wanted to, but I'm thinking we're probably going to hit this area here. So and I remember when Cryptos, what he tweeted out back here. He was tweeting out back here. He's like, maybe this is a bottom. I'm like, no, bro, it's not a bottom. It's a descending wedge, if anything. This thing's probably gonna break, and sure enough, it did. And we're in this channel, and then we have this falling wedge, and look what they did after a green hammer. Just cracked that nasty, dude. If you were in this pair, you got absolutely destroyed today, and stop got triggered there. And so I'm guessing that this is gonna come back down here. So how could that happen? Bitcoin could go up harder than XRP going up. Bitcoin could drop less than XRP dropping. That would get that. Whatever other way. So basically, this should come into our trend line area here. So these are the two areas we have drawn. We do have divergence going on. It's kind of getting out of control with the divergence. We're losing that divergence a little bit. But if we could come into this trend line and kind of bottom, you still have kind of the divergence going on. I mean, you can see it as we come into it. So, and this is a daily, right? Daily showing this area. So it can be quick, it can be choppy, but like this was January. So let's see. So, and we're really close, right? We're really close, right? Come on. Just go to like a 3-day. So we're getting close. Kind of got the divergence thing going on. We're getting close. So, and a new 3-day opens tomorrow. So, in the next 3 to probably like 6 days, we should reach the area, this target area around here. And like, support broken, crash, support tested, crash, support broken, or resistance broken, pop, pull back, support. We're coming into it, and it aligns with our long-term trend lines too. So I think XRP is really close. What's it going to take to get here? Well, it depends on what Bitcoin does, I guess. So see what happens, but we're close, right? We are getting closer. And this was, let's like check this candle. That's December 29th, 2020. And this is January 1st, 2021. There you go. It's this candle. So it wasn't until we had the green that we could really go higher. It took a double, kind of like a pullback to go higher. Almost like a double bottom, but we didn't come all the way in. So given that as long as XRP can hold up, we got this green 3-day and Bitcoin's flying. I think it's kind of like Bitcoin's going, making its move while XRP is being held down. That gets the dominance down there. And new 3-day opens, March opens, maybe you get a retracement while Bitcoin isn't retracing as much, maybe, or Bitcoin's even going higher, whatever it is, and that gets the dominant, the XRP BTC pair to come in more, and then a pop and an explosive move. I'd like to see this 3-day close green tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And maybe the retracement for March is just this orange trend line here, this longer term trend line. Maybe that's our retracement. It's a little wick, and then we go higher and we take off. And at least like if we're going to go higher right off the bat, you would get a green, like a better looking, not just some small little doji or something like that, because that opens a door for a drop and then a pop. But if it's like more of a solid candle and then you get a little bit of a retracement and go, that's a possibility. So we just gotta kind of wait and see what we get on the daily. But bottom line is, like, I called it here, and you still had the opportunity for up to like about 10%. So, it's not wrong, right? It's all about where you're taking profit, but just the fact that they did this is just like, dude, it doesn't change TA. It doesn't change that you're reading supply and demand. But when I see something like this, I'm like, yeah, that's probably manipulation, because they know what they're doing. They're taking stops out here. They're taking out stops there. The exchanges are making a bunch of commission across the board. It's not just XRP. It's a bunch of cryptos out there. I'm just off the top of my head. Dude, big wick down on Blur. ADA probably got a wick down. Solana probably got a wick. Well, Solana didn't even get a wick down, right? Solana didn't even get a wick down. So, some of them didn't. Like I was saying, some of them didn't get. What, Cyber? Cyber got a big one down. INJ got a big one down. What else got a big one down? What else can I think of off the top of my head? Gala and Mana got a big one. Mana got a big one. Turbo got one. GLD got one. But they do it. Look, like, this is good pattern, good structure. Probably load it up here, stop people out, load it up here. Don't be surprised if they take this higher. They load it up here. There's 30% right there. If it does that, that's minimum probably. It'll probably blow through that. Luna, yeah, same thing. Loaded up, got a hammer, headed higher. Luna C, same thing. Got a hammer, headed higher, loaded up, took out stops in this below the swing low, headed higher. They know what they are doing. Okay? But it doesn't change the fact that the demand was insane here, and they came in with a bunch of supply all at once, all at one moment, all at exactly one moment. Maybe 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. No. Or Thursday. Right? There's no news. That wasn't news related, right? No, it wasn't news related, I don't think, unless I'm mistaken. But I think it was just Bitcoin pulling off the long-term trend line area, which is just insane to me, these drops in alts, because like Bitcoin, that's not that crazy of a little pullback, but for alts, it like totally destroyed them. Like, they're so controllable, they're so able to push them into areas to trigger stops with those alts that, it just gets freaky. So anyways, I can't remember everything I've gone over so far. Here's Bitcoin, flat top, expecting it to at least come back up, break that, try and test higher. We'll see what happens around. Let's see if we can call this exactly. Yeah, I guess we hit it exactly probably today because we need to tighten this a little bit. Didn't have it exactly spot on, even that's a little loose, but it's pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. So we did kind of like tap it today, but the measured move, I mean, we're basically there, so it is what it is, but still, we should break this high at least, and then maybe put in a reversal bar if we're gonna pull back, or chop around before we go higher or whatever. We should at least break this high, I would think, and then get a reversal bar right here before you set up to go higher, or before you put in a double top, or whatever you're gonna do here before you pull back or go higher. Consolidate and go higher, or consolidate, go lower, or put in a reversal and drop. Like, you should probably most likely break this high, get a reversal, and then do that. Do one of those three things. So, and this is the last day before March, so that doesn't surprise me because there should be some type of, at least little wick to start out the month. Even though there's been some months where it just goes, but usually you get at least a little something, 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 at least a little something. Flat top go. Just basically had a flat bottom, or flat bottom go. Basically just had a flat bottom almost. Flat bottom, lower wick, a little lower wick, little tiny little wick. You usually get a little something. You usually get some flat bottom go, little wick, flat bottom go, little wick, flat bottom go, flat bottom go, flat bottom go, little wick, bigger wick, flat bottom go, little wick, flat bottom go, flat bottom go. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, good luck out there, guys. If you haven't seen my daily crypto callouts yet, you should check them out. Head over to @SignalBarMethod in the bio and click on the link. Obviously not financial advice. Thanks, everyone.